Hi, this is Jennifer. I just wanted to give you guys a really quick video on how to embed these slides into a discussion post or a page on Schoology. So what I've done for you is I've placed the embed code. It'll end up being below your class. So here's World History 1's. I'm just going to highlight and copy this whole code, and you don't need to understand what it says or anything. You just highlight it all and copy, and then you'll come to Schoology, and I'm going to put this one in as a discussion board. I like discussion boards because the students can go ahead and answer the questions on the spiraling review right on to the discussion board, and everyone can kind of have a conversation about it from there. So I'm going to come down to add a discussion, and I'm going to put in review questions. You can put your directions in. Please answer 3 of the 5 questions. Be sure to write the number of the question you answered. Because with this spiraling review, it randomly picks 5 new questions every hour, you may or may not know which questions the students had up on the review at the time they did it. So if you're going back later to look at it, they may be different. So it'll be easier if they write, I answered number 5. So they'd write 5 and here's the answer, or 15, here's the answer. And I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. Once I've wrote my directions here, I'm going to come over to these 2 dots on the very right that say switch to HTML. From here I'm going to put, that's the code for the directions you just wrote. I'm going to push enter twice so that I skip down, and I'm going to just paste that code in. Once you've done that, you can switch back to the regular visual and you get that yellow hold box. If you wanted to change the size of it, you could, and your directions should be there with the space and then the actual slides. Once you have that done, you can decide if you want to select this option, which makes it so that the students have to answer the questions before they can see responses from their classmates. So I usually turn that on, especially with something like this where I want to see unique answers from each student, and then I'm going to hit create. Alright, so let's see what that's going to look like for the students. Directions, answer 3 of the 5 questions. Be sure to write the number of the question. Okay, so the first one here is number 4. If they don't write 4, here's the answer, I would have no idea what they did. And the next one's 11, 8, 1, and 12. So for the next hour, these will be the 5 questions that show up. If I'm going to do this for the next block I might have 5 completely different, or I might have some of the same, some different. So you can do this every day, and the kids are going to see different questions every day. So this is a really quick, easy thing to start your class off with, and they're seeing these questions. What you'll see inside of here, I took anything that was red on our data wall as a question the kids struggled with, and I put it in here as best I could. Some of the questions had pictures associated with it or things like that, and it didn't work well in this, so I'm still trying to figure out a way to put maps into it, which I know is going to be big for the geography teachers. But for now, this is at least a start where we can start putting some questions in here for the students to reflect back on things that they did earlier in the year. It's a quick review.